Hey guys, today I wanted to show you a little machine that I made yesterday and today. It took me 2 days to make, not that hard actually, and it uses the concept of a slot machine to send. So it uses the concept of a slot machine. Essentially what it does is, oh crash me to pieces, I gotta get that back on there. Awesome. Essentially what it does, actually I'm not going to ruin it for you, I want to show you, and then I'll show you how everything works. So if I grab a bit of gold here, so the system caps out at 6 gold every play essentially. So I've reset the machine, so this area is now open, and if I try to throw anything other than gold ingot in, and it gets sent back to me. I'll show with this redstone repeater, if I can ever get it in. And an oak button. Then the gold ingot. And in my machine I've got raw beef as placeholders, but I've also got this little piece of paper, so there's a 1 in 9 chance of getting the paper. Obviously there'll be other stuff in there, in the real thing. I'm actually building this thing in a survival world, so I'm just going to keep going here until I get myself the piece of paper, and then I'll show you the other system that I made. And the items drop down through a water stream, which then delivers it here to you. And you wouldn't see any of this stuff or the stuff underneath, which I'm going to show you. All you would see is this water source, these 2 holes, and these doors, which I'll get to in a minute. Everything else would be decorated and flush with the floor and everything. Flush with the wall, sorry. So this is my 3rd go, I think. There is a way to check. I'll check quickly now. I can check through this hopper down here. Yeah, it's my 3rd go. This is my 4th go. This is my 5th go. And this is the special piece of paper, which I will show you later. And this is the last go, and you'll see something special happened in the last go. So listen. So a dropper fires, and in a minute this book comes here, and it makes the bad noise to alert you that something has come here. And I'll show you what this is in a minute. So essentially, this game caps out at 6 goes. You might think, well, how? Because I'm sure if you were to put another gold ingot in here, it would roll again. And you're right, it would. But someone's going to get this book and they're going to read it, and it's going to be like, okay, so I have to return it to the red block. Red block's right here. they'll throw it down, and this will close up. So there is absolutely no way to open this unless you throw another item in, because I couldn't be bothered to put a sorting system on this part. It was just a bit annoying. But essentially that triggers this to close, and the game will be unplayable until the moderator opens it back up again. So this is the system that you put this access to. Let me read this out. Access to 31544 TYH 783 BGO 890. And you put this in here, and it's gonna, and you press this button, it's gonna open this door. There's no way to get that access code back unless you're the moderator, because it goes all the way down to here. So there's no way to get that access code back, because this design usually gives you the access code back, but there's no way to get this access code back. And this pressure plate turns it off, so if you were to go in and then try and come back out, it's going to close on you. Now obviously I'm not going to go out because I actually want to be here. And this will also open, but it won't fire the system, which is really good. So once you're in, you're essentially in. You can't have anyone else come in. And this is like the clue room. So this has the rules, and in every single item frame is a new clue that I actually wrote. And my favourite one is called the hardest one, because it's literally just go to me, get a prize, because it's a free prize essentially. And then once you got your prize, one of the rules is actually you're not allowed to read them. You're only allowed to like look at their name to see which one you want. So you're only allowed to look at their name, and then once you go up here, you're up here. You can't come back down. You can't switch it out. You can't do anything. It's now yours, because this door is locked. This is most likely locked because you played your 6 games. And you can't go down the bubble column in survival. So the inner working it's not actually that complicated. So for the first system, you have this nice sorting system here. So if it's a gold ingot, it comes down here to this system, which I'll explain later because it's the hardest system to explain. If not, it enters this dropper, which then sets off this comparator, this redstone repeater powers just to boost the signal, otherwise it'd just be a 1 signal, which then sends the item back up, but also at the same time powers up this line here, which gives you your bad noise. So if I put an item into this hopper, you'll see, and that fires, and then it comes back up here. And another one of my friends was working on this with me. I say working on this with me. I built this all myself. I built everything myself. I did it late at night, and I was like, oh, I'm bored, I might as well, because I have no sleep schedule. Oh crap, I forgot why that was there. No, it just activated the system again. No. Okay, all of that's still working. I accidentally reactivated my system. Oh, I actually got a piece of paper from that. That's actually funny. So in the real thing, there's actually going to be more items. So there'll be more paper. So there won't be that many paper because there's only 15 slots down there. So there's only 15 paper in this. But down here, when it gets accepted, the piece of gold comes into here. This comparator detects that and both powers this redstone torch, which will power the rolling sound that I made, and also this redstone torch, which will depower this piston, bringing the item in the chest into here, or into here. And this is the system that detects how long how many times you've played, because after 6 items have gone into this chest, it will reach a capacity of 23. Yes, 23, which will power this and this redstone, powering these repeaters. This repeater powers my pulse extender. I was experimenting with pulse extenders here. This is a 30-second long pulse extender, which I'll show you at the end of the video. And this pulse extender extends the pulse for long enough that this hopper can put out 6 items into this chest, and this would be where we collect our profits. So that's cool. And then the rolling system, it's pretty easy. It's just a bunch of note blocks. I built it over here, so I can press this button and then that would be when the randomizer system happens. So there's like a little time between the 3 dings that you hear when you play the game. The this line here before the rolling starts, and I feel like that kind of gives a feeling of it's processing that what you've just put in, and it's getting ready to play the noise. And then this plays all the way until this end one, where the signal passes through, comes through here, and then it randomizes. Now, this is a randomizer because droppers don't actually drop in order, which is really good. So it's a natural randomizer. They just... And I also added in repeaters for 2 reasons. Number 1, so that signal can be boosted, but number 2, it acts as a one-way system, so if anything bad happens, then I've got the one-way system so that it doesn't activate everything at once. I've also got, I didn't really need this system here. It's a T flip-flop, so I needed the T flip-flop. However, I didn't really need this powering and depowering system. I could have just had it as one, but I decided to keep it like this just because. And it looks like there's a bunch of blocks scattered around, but if any of the blocks that I've replaced here get broken, usually you break the machine. And then here, this is just a really simple system. It detects if there is a... So it will give out a signal strength of 2 if one more item enters that. And then that will power this repeater, powering this dropper, which will move the wood planks over to this dropper, which will then, where is it? It's not here. Did I just break something? I need it. There's a comparator behind this second dropper, which will then open the door. I'm not sure how the closing system works. Boggles my mind as well. And this system here, it's almost impossible to like reach the underground system, because here we're at 70, down here we're at 64, so in the real build this would be at a relatively low level, and then this down here is at Y16, so it's very hard to infiltrate because you have to dig all the way from Y60 to Y16. That's essentially the system, that's everything. And I quite like how I've done it because it's a very simple mini game to play. All you have to do is give the machine gold or whatever resource you decide to set it as. We set it as gold because they live in a mesa biome and you get a lot of gold there. So you set it to whatever system you want. You can even have it so that whatever items you put in, if it's the wrong item, it'll give you the bad sound, but it'll also just keep the item. So, say you put in your pickaxe for funsies, it will just keep that item in its profit, essentially. Because imagine putting like a £2 coin into a slot machine that only takes £1 and gives no change or no extra rolls. It's just 1 coin, 1 roll. You lose your money if you put the £2 in, so obviously that wouldn't ever happen in real life because that's a scam, but whatever. Bad analogy. Anyway, I quite like how I've done this because it's super simple. This system is simple. Everything just gets dropped down except for the fact that without any oh, now you're going down. So the only thing I think would be improved is if you're going to build this yourself, instead of having the system just this system. So this is where the T flip-flop is to turn this off when you throw the do not play book in. Instead of having it just detect if an item comes through, have a sorting system so that if any other item comes through, it won't activate, because currently with my system you can literally just throw whatever you want in and it'll just reactivate. So if you wanna build this yourself and you don't particularly trust your server that you play on or whatever, you might want to add a sorting system into that. And also, bad news, this is on Bedrock, so I'm not sure how well the redstone will work on Java. I think really the only thing you would have to change is this system here. Probably. I'm not really too sure. Actually, no, it'll be the system down here because you can't move chests in Java. So it'll be this system down here that you would need to improve, since you can't move chests. But that's essentially it. It's really, really, really easy. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will update you on my next project, because I am starting to build a animal and item vending machine. So it'll be cool to see what I can do. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.